This is my C drive. It's 500 gig. It's 4 times bigger than my last one, and more than enough to run the system that I've got. More than enough to run the system that I have, except for one thing. Most of the space on this C drive is being taken up by one game. That's right, Ark Survival Ascended. 204.3 gig is being taken up on my C drive, which is 200% more than the entire running system of my computer is being taken up by one game on my C drive, which Wildcard insisted we had to do because the game could only be run on an SD card on the C drive. And let's be really clear here, 18 months down the track, and this isn't even the full game. We still don't have more than half of the maps that we're supposed to have. And today I try and open my game and I'm faced with this. An update of content that is almost the size of the base game in total. Meaning that people like myself do not have enough capacity on their C drive to update the game. So what does this mean exactly? What does it mean is going to happen? Basically what it means is that the majority of us won't be able to play the game from here. Not even if we uninstalled and reinstalled it. What it also means is that we would lose all our save files. So if we're playing games on our own, if we're creating content on our own, we won't have the room for those files anymore. They will have to go. Now, as a small content creator, but as someone who actually really loves the Ark series, I'm pretty wild about most of this, especially with all of the money that is being poured into it, and we're being expected to keep pouring into it, although we were promised that we didn't have to do that. All of these resources being put into content that we weren't promised, into new DLCs so that we can spend more money, stuff that we didn't ask for, stuff that we didn't want necessarily, would have been great to have after we had the stuff that was actually promised to us, and has turned ASA, Ark Survival Ascended, into a game for privileged individuals who have the money to spend on this kind of thing. Now, ASA was supposed to be a testing ground for Ark 2. We're still not getting any updates on Ark 2, but they still keep adding more content to ASA that is not the base content that the majority of us went to pay for and have paid for. We've not got the product that we were promised. We haven't. And we keep being asked every couple of months to buy something else that is going to cost more money. Now, for the majority of people, we can't afford that. We can't. You know, the majority of people are still playing ASE, which is possibly why, you know, the new DLCs come out for Ark Survival Evolved, because Snail Games have realised that twice as many people are still playing Ark Survival Evolved as are playing Ark Survival Ascended. Now, for me, I'm done. I'm done. I don't want anything more to do with ASA. I will be removing it from my computer. I can't afford that kind of stress, hassle, or anything else, and I am not going to update my computer to a 1 terabyte SD card so I can play one particular game. It's not worth my time, it's not worth my effort, and it sure as hell is not worth my money. Now, it's all very well if you are a big, high-end gamer content creator with millions of followers or hundreds of thousands of followers, but the majority of people are not. And the majority of people all around the world right now are struggling. And are struggling majorly financially. And to be price gouging and demanding more and demanding more and demanding more and demanding more out of people, and putting on things that they can only play on a certain type of computer, on a certain type of parts, and you have to have this and you have to have that, is ridiculous. Because in the end, to play this game, you're going to have to spend £3,000 to £4,000 just on the equipment to play it on. And I'm sorry, but for £30 game, it's not worth it. Because in the end, it's just a game. So I'll be going back to Ark Survival Evolved. Because I can play that off my D drive. I don't have to put more stress on my C drive with a bunch of stuff that I never asked for in the first place. If Wildcard really cared about the players, they actually would be giving them what they paid for to start with. Now I understand that this update has a lot of fixes in it. I get that. But it's not that much smaller than the base game. It's not that much smaller than the base game. And you can't, and we don't even have half of the content that we were promised in the first place. So, no more ASA for me. I'm done. Because I'm not going to put money that I don't have, that will take food off our table, take rent off of our, off our house or whatever, and take us into a situation of not being good. To pay for it. It's not happening. So that's it. So I'll play all sorts of other games that I can play on my D drive, but I'm not putting another game on my C drive, and it's sure as hell, if it is going to be one, it won't be ASA. I'm done.